The first benefit in that acronym POPE is particle reduction. There are over 18 million particles in 1 cubic foot of air, and the easiest way to explain this is by using a sunbeam. Most everybody can relate to seeing a sunbeam in their home or apartment at some point in their life. And when that sun comes shining through the window, it's able to reflect off of all of those really small submicron particles, and therefore you start seeing this haze or the sunbeam. If you walk through that sunbeam, you will not see any movement if you turn around and look back. Even the vortex off your body that you're generating as you walk is not enough airflow to push those particles around. And the reason for that is the particles' surface area are way too small in order for air to really push against it and get it moving. So when you put our technology into your home, after 2 to 3 days of operation, you won't see the sunbeam anymore. And the reason for that is that the positive and negative charges that we're generating with our technology travels with the airflow into the space. So as those positive and negative charges hit those particles, they become charged. The oppositely charged particles stick together and they agglomerate. So as they start sticking together and growing larger, they gain more and more surface area. As the surfaces get large enough, the airflow in your system can now push against that particle and move it back to the filter to where it can be removed from the air. Another way to think of this would be as if you used a snowball analogy. So with a lot of snowflakes falling outside in the wintertime, you cannot just grab a single snowflake out of the air and throw it. You need to grab it with surface area. So what you do is take multiple snowflakes, pack them together, and make a snowball. And that's what we're doing with our HVAC systems and the particles in the air using our technologies. We're making these snowballs so now the airflow can push against it and get it back to the filter to be captured. A lot of reading that I've been doing and listening to people on the news, the medical doctors and the microbiologists talking about COVID-19 is its method of transmission. And it's starting to be shown that a lot of the virus and bacteria can be transmitted on particles. So as people cough and sneeze and those virions launch into the air and hit these particles, they act as the transport mechanism for the virus to spread further than just around the immediate vicinity of the person that's sick. So if you can reduce your overall particle counts, you can help reduce the transmission routes of virus and bacteria. It's important to understand particles and different sizes of particles, and so as an example, we'll use 1 grain of sand, which is 90 microns in diameter. You can compare that to a human hair, which is 50 to 70 microns. PM10 stands for particle matter that's 10 microns and less in size. PM2.5 is 2.5 microns and less in size. And then the new virus everybody's talking about is COVID-19. We're being told now that that has a mean diameter of 0.12 microns. So if this were a scale chart from left to right, left being the largest, right being the smallest, you'd be another 2 to 3 pages to the right to show the COVID-19 virus at 0.12 microns in size. So it's very, very small. Now that you have an understanding of particle sizes, it's good to understand that the smaller the particle in the air, the deeper it can go into your lungs. And that is shown based on this ISO certification 16890, which is telling us what your body's going to do with these various particles. With 5 to 10 micron particles, your upper respiratory tract can capture a lot of that, but the smaller the particle gets, the deeper it goes into your lungs. So you can see down here at 0.12 to 1 micron, that's showing it as the deepest into your lungs. So going back to the COVID-19 issues that we're having right now, people are trying to figure out why some people are asymptomatic and show no signs at all that they're sick, while other people contract the virus and actually die from it. And there seems to be 3 explanations to this, and they all maybe have one to do with the other. One could be your genetic makeup, your DNA, your predisposition to being able to fight off virus and bacteria based on how your body is. Second would be your age and also any pre-existing conditions. But then the third thing would be is how you contracted the virus in the first place. If you touched an object that has the virus on it, then touch your face, that looks like it could give you more of an upper respiratory infection. Versus if you walk into where somebody has coughed and sneezed and you inhale the virus and it gets down into your lungs, where then it can attach to your lung surface area and start replicating itself, that's how you become the most sick and why people could be dying from the virus. None of that has yet to be confirmed, but those are the theories out there in the market right now, and the three ways people are getting sick, and the reason why some are dying and why others aren't. So just keep that in mind, that it is simply a theory.